Tell me what you're trying to do. When I'm a kicking with you, show you a thing or two to get you in the mood.
Ready?
Alright. So we live here at Cashspotlight. You already know I'm bringing you nothing but the most premier artists, the hottest people out here, and people that's just doing their thing, alright? So, today my guest star is Project Reese.
Hey everyone, my name is Project Reese.
Okay. And not only is she's one of the most premier artists that's blowing up right now, she got another project coming out this weekend. So this is a quick exclusive interview so we get to know more about her and see what's going on, alright? Alright, so, Reese, how you doing today?
I'm good. I'm very happy to be here and do this interview with you. I'm very excited and ready to answer the questions that you have so people could just get an idea of who I am.
Alright. So I'm happy to hear that. So I know you had performed last at Club Franchise?
Yeah, that was one of the 4 shows I had that month.
Oh,
yes,
nice.
I had 4 shows in June. Like, one of them was so unexpected. It was for Stellar Talks.
Oh, nice.
I went there to open up the show,
Okay.
and then one of the artists ended up not coming in, you know? So she got on stage, and she was like, all right, so I'm going to call 3 people to come up here, and they're going to guess, like, how many dots are in the speaker.
Okay.
So then we went and we guessed our numbers, and she was like, Project Reese, you are the closest one. I'm like, dang,
Oh,
now
nice.
I didn't even come prepared, you know?
That's nice.
So now she was just like, I'm so sorry I put you on the spot. I said, you know what, it's okay, because I feel like if it was supposed to happen, it's supposed to happen.
True.
So I do this competition, and I came in second. Yes, it was crazy, and everyone
You
came
was
up.
supposed to be there.
Yeah, so
Wow.
that's what, and then when she told everyone that, they was just like, wow, like, and so many people came up to me afterward. It felt really nice, you know, and I was literally there by myself. I didn't even tell my friends I was doing it. I was just going, so everyone had their entourage, like,
Nice.
you know, and I was just like, oh wow, people are really feeling me, you know, so that's why I'm trying to get it more out there.
So without the entourage, stepped on stage,
Yeah.
killed it, came in second.
Yeah, came in second place, and the artist that actually won, he wants to do a song with me.
I mean, that's even better. I
Yeah,
mean, so
so
even
I'm
the first
excited
place
about
seeing the
that too.
talent.
See? I'm excited
Nice.
about that.
You know, I mean, that's just how it goes sometimes. If you're there, you know, and somebody else don't show up, hey,
It don't hurt to
present
try,
itself.
you know?
You know what I mean? So, let's get to know about, and what were you performing that day?
That day I did Best I Ever Had and
Okay.
Island Things.
So is that your current singles you're pushing?
Yeah, right now I'm trying to put out the EP. The EP has about 5 songs.
Okay.
A couple of them are very like calm and slow, but some of them are really hype, and then I get into my little trappy, you know,
Okay.
little vibe. I just put out Kick It
Okay.
on YouTube featuring DOC. He's a really talented
It's
artist.
a music video? Or
It's a
just
music
song?
video,
Oh, nice.
definitely.
Check
So
out that
if you
music
want to
video.
check it out, it's on YouTube, Project Reese featuring DOC. Kick It, it was like so surreal just watching it, you know, and it got a really nice buzz. People really saw the artistic vibe that I wanted to put out, and
Where did you go with that? Like, how did you
to be honest, trying to shoot that video was the most stressful, stressful thing, because right up to, I was supposed to shoot it March 2nd, right? And I was looking at different places, and I found this very beautiful place, and I was going with this burlesque theme.
Okay.
I was trying to get models, all this stuff, and then she was just like, oh, it's going to be like $3,000 for 3 hours. So I kept going back and forth with myself, like, is it worth it? This place is so nice, but I don't think I can do it in that 3 hours. So it's going to cost me a lot of money. So then I said, you know what, let me not even do this. Something might just come up.
Okay.
Sitting down, having a conversation with a friend, he's just like, oh, I got a spot. And then I was just like, okay, I'll give you some money, I'll shoot it in your spot, and the spot was empty.
Nice.
You know? And I looked around and I said, okay, I gotta get decorations.
I mean, that gives you more ability for your creativity and everything else in a nice open space.
And then I hired a videographer. He did a casting call. Some people called back. Honestly, a few of my dancers, I knew one of them from my past. One of them, you probably won't believe me, I bagged her off Tinder, and she showed up. Real life.
Hey.
Right? She showed up and she did a bomb job. And then my dancers, we rehearsed 4 days before the video. I put this together in 2 weeks. So when people were walking through the door and they saw a whole production, they were just like, who is this girl? Like, we had clothing rags, decorations everywhere, balloons. Yeah, every room looked different. And you got to see that in the video, like something different was happening every time you stepped into a room.
Okay, so would you say that's one of your most favorite videos? Or
yeah, right now I think that's one of my best, you know, and I'm always trying to push to do better. So best I ever had, that video is going to be like an entire wedding.
Now, when you compare, so is this your latest video?
Yes, Ticket is the one I just put out.
So do you remember your first video?
Oh, yes, unfortunately. It was for Savage. You see how much growth. You get to see how much growth. It was for Savage. I don't even want people to look at that video.
I mean, that's how you're going to get involved in your creativity.
Yeah. After I did Savage, I was just a little younger, just feeling it out a little bit, you know. And then after Savage, I dropped Cupid. Cupid was more like a fairy tale. I dropped that like Valentine's Day, actually.
Okay.
So February, and then I dropped this in May.
What year was this?
This was this year. I dropped.
Your first video was this year?
No, my first video was probably sometime last year.
Okay.
And then I dropped Cupid on Valentine's Day.
Now, you're talking about the videos for this EP, or you talking about
your
first
the EP.
video in general?
These are the songs on the EP.
Okay.
Yep.
So what I was asking you about was, since you just created this last video, your latest video, and all the creativity that went into it, what about your first ever video that you did as Project Reese? Like, did you have as much influence in it as you have in this one? Or did you just look at like the video?
You know what? Recently, I put out music under the name Reese because I was still trying to figure out who I wanted to be in this game.
Okay.
Yes. So if you look it up, it won't come out as Project Reese. And I always had the name Project Reese for myself because I always believed that everything that I want to go through is like a science project. You putting it together is the hardest part, you know, but watching it in the end is just like, wow, I created that. So that's where I get the name Project Reese from. My middle name is Reese. And I put out the first 2 songs, Savage and Cupid, under the name Reese. Because I was just filling it out a little bit, but I'm going forward, this is who I am, you know.
So, what was one of your first inspirations when you actually decided that you was going to start music, as in like really take it serious?
Okay. I've honestly been doing this probably like 2 years. 2 years, 2.5 years, not too long. And to be honest, I did things in steps. I always knew I could sing. I always liked it. I did talent shows and, you know, elementary school and things like that. But when I graduated with my bachelor's, I was like, okay, you can start pushing this music, right? You can start pushing this music. And I met Nelly, my best friend. And she was rapping, right? So she used to take me to the trash at the studios, you know?
So the other side of life.
Yeah, you know? And she just went to that, and then I used to see her walk into this little booth and start rapping. I'm just like, yo, that's dope, you know? And I recorded my first, like, song in like a little closet that was like with a mic in the middle.
I mean, and you know, the startup studios.
And I was listening to myself and I'm just like, okay, this gotta be better, this gotta be better, this gotta be better. And I was just writing like crazy, but I wasn't too much into the studio as I am now. Now it's just like, if I don't go to the studio in a week, you slacking. Let's go. Like, what else are you doing?
Putting
you know?
that pressure on yourself.
That's what I have to, because no one's gonna push me like I'm gonna push me.
No, that's something I say I always feel about upcoming artists compared to people that sometimes make it already when you have that foundation and the money. It's the hunger.
Yes,
the pressure
I have
to. Yourself to continue doing your thing, continue getting better.
Right,
you know what I mean? I like that.
I feel like it's also a job to me. The same way I wake up and go to work every day. All right, how many songs you writing this week? There was a point in time, I have to be honest with you, this music thing is very difficult. There's times that you're really up and there's times that you're really down. I had a period where I was down, You know, I quit music for a month because I was studying my master's.
Okay.
You know, I
So
wasn't
that's
going.
complicated.
Yeah, I was doing my master's. I'm a full-time teacher, and I'm doing music. It was a lot on me. You know, trying to do shows and videos and be everywhere at one time because I'm only one person. So I stopped doing music for a whole month, and that time I was just like, yo, it doesn't even feel right. You know, I have to get back to it, and I came back to the studio with 15 songs.
A month off? You sure that was a month off, or was this more of your songwriting ability coming out?
And I was just like, Ferry, let's work. It's time to work, you know. Like, yes, shout out to Ferry. I was like, it's time to work. And I started recording little by little. And now, I know my EP is dropping, but I'm already on the other project. I got 5 featuring artists that's working on something for me. Some already have come to the studio. Some of them is hitting me up on Instagram like, yo, you sound really good. Would you do a track with me? I'm like, no problem. I'm not above working with anyone right now because it's just like I feel that everybody's trying to get there, you know? Why not support each other and do it together?
I feel like that is one of the most exciting parts is when you actually do your creativity and people
notice
acknowledging it and want to be a part of it. You know, that's cool.
Now let me tell you a little story. The day of the showcase, the franchise showcase, franchise came up to me. He was just like, yo, you know how many people are coming up to the door asking for Project Reese? I said, you lying. This girl walked up to me. She said, I saw you on Instagram and I came just to see you perform.
That's lit.
I said, are you kidding me? Like, who am I that you want to come and see me, you know? And that's just support right there. That's support. People acknowledge that you have a grind for something and you're not, like, BSing it, you know?
That's always, you know what I mean? Like, I do feel like that is one of the things that I feel like artists is entertainers. That's part of one of the biggest enjoyments probably is when you get that fan that you didn't even see or a person that you don't even know from nowhere.
Right.
It's coming up to you acknowledging that. You know what I mean? Not even that they're artists or nothing like that. They want to sing with you or nothing or rap with you. It's more the fact that I'm just a fan. I enjoy your work. You know, and I feel like that is great.
And it's good to acknowledge that in each other. You know?
So besides music, right, from the songwriting aspect, when did you start feeling like, you know, did that come before the actual singing or rapping? Or
to be honest, I used to write poetry.
Okay.
And I used to write stories and plays off of school. And I have like, for my final project when I was graduating with my bachelor's, I had to write like a 50-page story, right? So it started off by wanting to tell a story. That's what I try to put in my music. Like, I don't want things to, you just listen to something, you're just like, okay, is she making any sense? What's going on? I like to, people like hear it and like, oh, I go through that too. I've seen that too, you know?
Real aspect to it.
So I always started with poetry. I didn't really start writing my music because it was very difficult. Till now, it's one of my struggles because as like an English teacher and things like that, you want to be very articulate, but it's just like people get lost in what you're trying to say sometimes, you know? So sometimes you have to say it in a way that they see. I mean, it's not much dim it down because I never want people to be like, oh, is she dumbing it down? I'm not dumbing it down, but I can still tell the same story with less words.
That is
true. You know?
That's a better way
with less words, you know? So I'm trying to get my play on words, so I'm practicing it more so that they like, oh, it hit them like a punchline, you know? And they still get it.
So you won't lose them, basically.
Yeah, so you don't lose them. So they still flowing and they're like, okay, I get what she's saying, you know? But I also, like, I always say, like, when people are like, oh, do you rap too? I don't really like to acknowledge that I do rap because I want to be a really good lyricist. So I don't want to come out as a rapper like, oh, yeah, I do this and it's BS. No, let me craft it first and come out and hit you with a little something like, oh, she do that too? You know? In that round, you know?
I didn't even know.
Exactly. So now I put it a little bit, you'll hear it a little bit in Island Things, which I'm trying to shoot a music video for, and I need all the ladies to just show up.
I mean, it's a casting call right here.
Just show up. I'm paying for costumes. You know, I'm renting a bus. I have some friends who do carnival costumes. I want them to come in carnival costumes, and I want it to be like a whole production on the beach.
I mean, what is that contact information? If they
of
do,
course, definitely DM me on Instagram. I'm looking for ladies who's just not shy, who's there to have a good time. Because if we kill this video, it's gonna go places. You know, it's gonna go places. Yep.